I want people to understand that it's a scam. And we have been scammed by some con artists. And the con artists are the globalists and the banksters. Mr. Global is more polite to say. My guess is that they want to vaccinate the whole world population. That's at least what they say, and that's what they do. So it's fair to assume that. And that it's also fair to say that they like to have a surveillance state because they're doing it and they're also saying it. So it's not even, people say it's a conspiracy theory, but hey, they say it and they do it. So this is the fact we have to live with, right? And I think that one of the reasons they are creating so much money is because if we had a huge economic recession and people were starving, I think it would be harder for them to force them to be vaccinated and harder for them to make people accept to being living in a surveillance state. So I think they want to create so much money they can get away with this. And then once they have vaccinated the entire world, and once they have installed their 5G system and their surveillance state, then they might come out and say, oh, by the way, this corona was very expensive, but thanks to all these measures, we saved mankind, and you now have your vaccinations and so on, and therefore we now have to pay back all that money that we have borrowed from the banks. No, we didn't borrow it. The banks created it on our behalf. We could have done it ourselves. We didn't need the banks to do that. But the story they will say, and they will have a lot of people with a nice tie and a suit and coming out saying, I'm from Harvard University and we have to now pay back all that money. So we have to hike taxes and we have to fire people in the public sector. So doing what the IMF and World Bank always have done to 160 nations in the world, they'll do that to the entire world. And that is a pack of lies. We can just increase the monetary base again. And then next time we could make sure that it benefited everybody. So this is why it's so important now. If the ordinary citizen, on top of first being vaccinated with these toxic and dangerous vaccines, and living in a surveillance state where all your freedom has been stripped away from you, if you don't also want to have an economic recession on top and start starving unless you are looking forward to eating their synthetic plant-based meat burgers, unless you're looking forward to that, then you really need to start studying how money creation is working and demand. People have to demand their share of the money creation. And I'm not a bleeding heart socialist here. I'm not. I'm just saying that the whole world belongs to all of mankind. It's not about being a socialist here. It's not. It's about the fact that we all created equal, and we all deserve to have freedom, and we also deserve to have an equal share of the abundance of this world. And the world is really abundant. If we didn't have all the richest people in the world and the multinational corporations intentionally destroying it,